we're gonna get started with this. Is there any good cheats for this? I don't think there is. I guess I can stay on super weapon. That'll make things go a lot faster. I don't know if it stays with you the entire time. But yeah, this is like one of the earlier Capcom shmups they had. Not the earliest. The earliest one they had was Bulgus, of course. That was also the first game they released. This was actually the first Bangaa vs. Capcom game that I actually beat for that series. Most of it was done through credit feeding, though, because this game is... It's not very exciting. It's also very, very long. There was like a Famicom's version or a Famicom Disk System release, but it was not done by Capcom themselves. It was a different company. Oh, look at the size of that big boy. So yeah, good old shmup trope of having enemies appear from the bottom of the screen. Bring in the skulls, they're coming for you. Oh, you turn them into tomatoes! I'm not a fan of tomatoes, to be honest. Like, I like things with tomato in them, but I don't like tomatoes. It's more of a texture kind of thing, I believe. Considering this was a game in the mid-80s, there was not a lot of, you know, thought into, like, what causes seizures with flashing effects. A lot of games in Japan definitely suffered for that. What was it good at that bomb? Did it only get like one enemy? Oh yeah, in this game the Yashichis are evil. Alright, gotta take on this boss. Oh, it's made out of lemons. Get out of here. Nice fight. That was all stage 1, by the way. Ooh, cheese sticks. I like cheese sticks. Alright, I gotta go with three-way fire. What if that's better than the super shot? It doesn't feel that much better. I thought it would spread out more. But no, it's just all melded together. It's like pasta if you don't stir it when you're cooking it. And people say, like, you're supposed to put, like, oil in the boiling water when you're cooking pasta. Don't do that. It just makes things too slippery, and then it doesn't stick to the sauce. But yeah, this was certainly a game of its time. Imagine being able to 1cc this. I mean, it has probably been done. But think of like how much time you gotta spend to do it, since you can't go at your own pace. Like you're confined to the mercy of the game. At least NCS is making videos. Well, I mean, if he wants to start that, I mean, there's no obligation for him to. It has to be a game that he would want to play. Oop, careful. The bugs, they are now grapes. There's no auto fire on this either, which sucks. So yeah, you're gonna hear a lot of clacking. I'm sorry. Oh, that's actually the longest I've been without a death. I'm kinda shocked. A lot of the enemies here just feel like a prototype of Mario Paint enemies. Like years before Mario Paint even existed. And years before even the Super Nintendo existed. I do appreciate that they tried to come up with, like, different designs for bugs, given that it's like, oh, it's just bugs. It's like, what more can you do with it? Well, they did try. Especially with the larger bugs. You have to thank Capcom Arcade's second Steam collection for including Autofire? Why? I'm not playing that collection, so it doesn't impact me. Like, this would be different if I was actually playing that version. What? High point area? Ah, God. I'm sorry for people. Yum, give me the points. The points make me hungry. Yeah, the bombs in this are useless. I don't know if it has anything to do with me putting like a weapons cheat on. Volcanic is the hottest and not Mango Habanero? Let me guess, Volcanic is something you have to sign a waiver for, right? Because we have a place called Wingin' It that actually has you sign a waiver. Okay, it looks like bombs are just for bullets only. But yeah, the NFOD was like 10 stars, where what you normally order on the menu is up to 5. But NFOD also was 5 stars for a while, and then they changed the recipe to be like, okay, what if we go with 10 stars? And then you get some TikTok Spice Kings that tries no reaction, and then reveal like a few months later that they faked the whole thing. There was like a spicy food TikTok person. Like, I don't even want to give him like influencer or actor or anything. I just say person. You know, just reduce it down as much as I can to avoid giving them too much credit. Faked the whole thing. Was not eating like Takis with a whole bunch of habaneros and stuff and ghost pepper sauce. It was all fake. Like, I don't know if I could ever do those kinds of challenges, even if I do like spicy food. Because spicy food does not like me back. Korean spicy noodle sauce on chicken wings? I'm sure it's been done. Like the Buldak noodles. I remember those. Like, if you're crazy enough to do something, you'll just do it. And then other times you'll be like, I just like to be normal with spicy noodles, and I'll just put a fried egg on them. But yeah, think of all that level of spice that's going in your insides, Red. I think one of my friends that tried the spiciest peanut brittle during a marathon, almost had to go to the hospital because he just felt like death afterwards. I mean, thankfully he turned out fine. But it would just did not agree with him. Uh-oh. Getting flanked. Like, even if you have milk, that's not enough milk to save you. There's only so much a glass of milk can do for you. Which is why I would not recommend going that hard on spicy food. If your body's just not primed to handle it. In fact, I don't think my body's as primed to handle it as much anymore either. Like, my tolerance for it has gotten low. Look, you did it. But outside of that, I still like some spicy food, but most of the time I'll just get mild or medium. That way I'm not suffering hours later. There was like one sauce I remember trying that almost brought my sister to tears even with just a toothpick full of it. Remember Da Bomb? When that was considered one of the most nuclear hot sauces out there. Nowadays it goes like millions higher. It's not even a sauce that tastes good. It's just spice and nothing else. You might as well just, like, go up there with, like, raw capsaicin afterwards. Obviously, I don't have that bottle of Da Bomb anymore. But there are people that are crazy enough to be like, I'm gonna eat this entire plate of spaghetti, and I'm gonna put the bomb in the pasta sauce. Why would you put a star there if it's like up that way, and I have barely enough time to reach it? That's kind of mean. Also, I will say that you get no speed-ups for the entire game. So the slowness really catches up to you. Alright, take it easy. Go get some good food. Or bad food. I'm not your mom. It's like, maybe I wanna eat some shit. Some shitty chicken nuggets. Where the breading is just soggy. You're gonna tell me how to live my life? Hey there, Dino. Ah, I didn't get to use the bombs in time. Sadly, that's what the bombs are for. It's just for the bullets. Like, we have to wait till later games before the bombs are like, okay, we can just use it to attack enemies with them. Are you kidding me? I personally didn't have much for dinner. I just had like that big ass pork chop that I pan fried, and then I finished it in the oven to make sure it was cooked all the way. And like, if it was a little bit overcooked, that's fine. Plus the char that comes off the top of the pork chop it tastes nice too. Like if you leave it on the pan on one side for too long. Hey there, Cole. Barbecue rules. There are 16 levels in this game? Oh, okay, I knew there'd be like 16 or 32. So I have played this before, but it's been a long time. I don't think we're going to be finishing this game because it's just so boring. I'm sorry, it just is. It's a very early game. It's one of those games you can only play for, like, maybe halfway through, and then it's just like, I don't know, I'm kind of bored with it. So yeah. Good old having your score reset every time you game over. Yo, look at this big ass strawberry. Just the seeds of the strawberries can rip your eyes out. Stop crowding me from behind, I'm busy! I'm busy shooting things! Down in the bad spot. Last one is one of the most uninspired I've ever heard. Honestly, that's a bit of a compliment. Compared to what I would have called it. I was, in fact, choosing to be nice. That's honestly a good response to that. Well, even though level music is not a very long loop, either. Oh, come on. Oh god, it's got the skull coins that are eventually reused in Black Tiger. Ah, damn. You look away from the screen for like 1 second and you're just blasted. I just let it hit the bomb too and I was too late. Shit. Up! Are you kidding me? Oh, hey there, Resurgence. Good to see you. We're playing this game. It's more or less the same as the first several stages. You missed Rampage? You didn't miss a lot. The capture card crapped out. Actually, I think it was the USB hub that crapped out, not the capture card. Which caused me to, like, never reconnect with it ever again. Unless I stopped the stream, which I didn't want to do. So I've only got to play it for, like, under 30 minutes. Blue Velvet is certainly a lot more fancy than Blue Waffles. You don't believe me? Look online for yourself. I still remember one time that I actually tried to make waffles in a waffle iron, and I put blue food coloring on the waffle batter to make it blue, and I said I'm enjoying some blue waffles. If you want to look up the recipe, look up blue waffles on Google. I don't think anybody fell for it. And they didn't even turn out all that blue either, like... It was probably like teal waffles. That's just like the milder symptoms of blue waffles. I think the funniest thing that I saw online to try to get people to search for something they really shouldn't was when somebody tweeted that Joe Biden announced a rule regarding inflation, and they called it like Rule 34 to encourage people to Google Joe Biden Rule 34 inflation. I wonder if anybody actually did that. To be a fly in the room when somebody actually did that. Oh, God. I didn't. It sounds like someone... It was a bait post. That was the point, Phantom. It was bait. Ah. Damn kamikaze bugs. Got him. Alright, cool. That's a lot of bullets. Yeah. Oh. Love this button clacking. Isn't it great? What is that pin message? Oh, I think it's like the grated cheese. Talking about matzo sticks or cheese sticks with grated cheese, I think. Unless I'm thinking of something else. Round 9. Oh god. We're just only in the second half of the game. Done. Yeah, this game is just so dull. It just keeps going like another 30 to 40 minutes. I'm sorry, but there's only so much of this game I can take. It's not a terrible game, but it's just a game that doesn't really have a lot of excitement. Granted, it was a game that came out in 1985, and thankfully, gameplay evolved quite a bit since then. But regardless, thank you so much, Tony, for nominating this game. But
you have a single fact to back that up.
Move on.